There are lands that were conquered once and never recovered. And then there are lands that were conquered again and again and again, yet somehow something essential in them never disappeared. India is one of those paradoxes. Kingdoms fell, empires came and went, languages changed, rulers replaced rulers, and yet the inner questions remained untouched. How? Let's be honest about history. India wasn't protected by isolation. It wasn't untouched by war. It was invaded by Persians, Greeks, Central Asian tribes, Turkic rulers, Mughals, and the British Empire. For centuries, power was taken from outside. If wisdom depended on political strength, it should have disappeared long ago. But it didn't, because what survived wasn't a kingdom, it was a way of seeing life. Most invaders conquered land. They ruled administration, they controlled taxes and armies, but they rarely touched the inner life of ordinary people. Why? Because Indian wisdom didn't live in palaces. It lived in forests, in ashrams, in households, in stories told at night, in practices from parent to child. When power is decentralized, it becomes difficult to erase. You can burn a library, you can topple a throne, but how do you erase millions of inner queries? In many civilizations, truth belonged to an institution, one book, one authority, one system. In India, truth belonged to experience. There wasn't one path, there were many: devotion, knowledge, action, renunciation, discipline, surrender. If one path was blocked, others survived. This wasn't chaos, it was resilience. When truth is flexible but sincere, it bends, it doesn't break. Repeated invasion does something to a civilization. It can create bitterness, obsession with power, endless retaliation. But something else happened here. Loss became familiar, impermanence stopped being a theory and became a lived reality. So the question shifted from how do we win forever to what remains even when we lose. That question doesn't produce empires. It produces detachment, not apathy, not weakness, but the understanding that what truly matters cannot be stolen. This is the part most people misunderstand. Detachment wasn't escapism, it was intelligence. When everything external is unstable, investing your entire identity in it is dangerous. So people invested inward. They learned to witness pain, observe desire, loosen attachment, find freedom without ownership. So that inner freedom became the one thing no invader could claim. Today, invasions look different. They don't arrive with swords, they arrive as speed, distraction, comparison, and constant stimulation. And once again, humans feel overwhelmed. The same question returns: what part of me is untouched by all this? That's why these ideas didn't die. They are not ancient, they are recurring. India wasn't preserved by power, it was preserved by perspective. By accepting impermanence, it found something important. In the next video, we'll explore how one simple shift in understanding time, seeing it as cycle rather than a straight line, changed how people understood loss, karma, and life itself. Until then, remember, what you protect on the inside determines how you survive on the outside.